Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Jets going up against the Bills. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league, and that's Tyrod Taylor.
7-6 as a first-time starter in 2015. He did a really nice job taking care of the football. 20 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions.
They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the second-round pick out of USC, one to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they could utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
Now Taylor to throw on second down, and he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
Again, it's McCoy. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
And a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now.
Everyone's got 4 down. Let's go. White, 90. Hey, White, 90.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it brings up 4th down.
And how about the career of Darrelle Revis? Because when you look at him and evaluate him, he doesn't look like your prototypical cornerback. He's not that long, angular guy that we're seeing nowadays, although we just saw another pass breakup, so not many people complete him in his area. But he's a short, squatty guy, looks like a running back, but his ability to read patterns, break on the football, and make plays, almost unrivaled. 7 Pro Bowls, and one reason, they call the man Revis Island.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by their quarterback in his 12th season in the league, and second at the helm of the Jets, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
How about the career he's had? I mean, if he's hanging jerseys on the wall at his house.
He's got quite a few.
Quite a few, right? Right? St. Louis, Cincinnati, right? Buffalo.
And Tennessee, Houston.
And now the Jets. And the offseason, boy, who knew how much he meant to a team? And you saw the reaction of the Jets players when they thought maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick wouldn't re-sign with them. They wanted him back in a big way, especially as receivers.
Here's Matt Forte with his first carry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A look at the starting side for the offense and Brandon Marshall.
I think the thing that impresses me most about Brandon Marshall is his strength. How he runs his routes, how he wins against defensive backs downfield, how it's so tough to keep him from getting the football.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now Fitzpatrick. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. A strong running. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Forte. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a run with Forte. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. Can't wait to see what the 2nd quarter has in store. And we're back to upstate New York after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a 1st down. On the ground, Forte, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jets are able to strike for 6. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Look at the spin. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He completes it to Hunter. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is taken at the 23. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The drive begins with a run by Forte. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Here's Fitzpatrick. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Fitzpatrick now on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. The play clock's running down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, this is Forte. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hey, you got three down. Hey, boom, 45. Boom, 45.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Good job.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Well, thank you. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Forte trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Following the penalty, it's Forte, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again they run. Again it's Forte. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now a toss. This is Forte. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Folk's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go!
On second down, here's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Taylor. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And now it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Fitzpatrick on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Folk for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we spotlight the Jets defense. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast. But it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. We got 4. Here we go. Red 38.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Bills are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Jets have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Continuing on the drive, Forte's looking for room to run, and he'd cap off the 8-play drive with a TD. That puts them up by a touchdown. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick's able to find his mark near the sidelines, and that connection will lead to a gain of 24 yards. Jets would go on to kick a field goal. Jets have it at the 25. Marshall's wide open, able to make the grab. And this will go for a touch. Jets now up by 17. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. They start the second half with a run by Forte. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They come out here in the eye. Fitzpatrick now going to give to Forte. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Matt Forte trying to get outside. Room here to run. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep now for Decker. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And tough starting field position here. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. They'll go again to McCoy. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And some room to maneuver. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They come out here in the I. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. This give is to McCoy. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A 1st carry now for Reggie Bush. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Here's Taylor. And got a man. It's Woods. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He'll get the football here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
First and 15 here behind the chains. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Give him 14 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, still had to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Taylor, and a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go. What?
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Taylor. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Here's Shane Graham for the extra point. And it's 17-7. And here's Shane Graham now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They start on the ground with Forte. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. Play clock winding down. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Fitzpatrick to Decker over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Jets going for it. It's Fitzpatrick. And Marshall's got it. 6 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
Fitzpatrick with a give to Forte. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Marshall will be the lone receiver right. Fitzpatrick now on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just for driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They go back to the ground attack here. It's Forte. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Fresh set of downs here. A running play now for Forte. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On the counter, Forte. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Corey Graham brings him down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one. He's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
2 yards to go here on third down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. To a knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.